Juice Crypto Talks. My name's Xavier. Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hit that like and that subscribe for more content and further videos. In this video today, folks, we're going to be talking about the recession. Now, I know I've made a couple videos in the past about what's going on with this. And there were a lot of short videos, but I want to share with you some information and what's really happening. As you guys know, we are moving towards a change in the economy and what's happening with the dollar, and the dollar is crashing very swiftly. Not only that, we are seeing a lot of countries roll out what's called the CBDC, which is the central bank digital currency. And I actually have this tracker up. You can actually go to cbdctracker.org. That's actually the website I'm on. And this is updated news. It's been updated on the 17th. So very recently this was actually updated yesterday. But we can see proof of concept. Countries that already have a proof of concept already. Pakistan. You can see Iran has a proof of concept called the Crypto Rye. Australia is researching. We got Brazil, which already got the digital real, which is proof of concept. It's already out. And these countries that already have a proof of concept, I want to not, financial advice on what's going on, but a lot of these countries are also under what's called BRICS, which for those who haven't done research on that, for what BRICS is, that is the new economic reform. And some of those countries in that is Brazil, China, Russia, India, and South Africa, but Brazil is also in that. So there's other countries that are also part of BRICS. Here is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South America. A lot of these countries already have their own digital currency. Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Egypt. Egypt recently just joined. Saudi Arabia is looking to join. There was actually a news article that I read today that Saudi Arabia is looking to not use the dollar anymore and to use any other currency other than the US dollar. And not only that, some news like Russia, China potentially developing a gold-backed currency that could undermine the US dollar. Folks, we are seeing that Russia and China, India, Brazil are all looking to use this gold-backed currency that is going to undermine the US dollar. And this is not financial advice, but this is something that it cannot be ignored. We are moving towards a digital society. For those new to this channel and those new to the crypto space, time is very short. A gold-backed currency that's digital, it's way stronger than our fiat currency because we don't even use the gold standard in the United States anymore. We're trying to bring that back, but we're still on fiat currency, and the United States is one of the hardest countries when it comes to regulations with cryptocurrency. The SEC wants to shut down everything. We have a lot of exchanges that we can't use in the United States. In order to access a lot of these exchanges, we have to use VPNs. You can't get on Binance. You have to use Binance.us. You can't get on OKX. You can't get on. There's just a ton of exchanges that you can't get on because of the regulations in the United States. And we're so far behind on the technology of innovating that we're still trying to figure out how to implement our own digital currency. Yes, I do believe the United States is going to have their own some type of central bank digital currency, which is called a CBDC, but it's not going to be as strong as Russia and China's currency. Especially not only that, there's other countries that are backing this currency, such as India, South Africa, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia, which they're not announcing this stuff, but if you actually do your research, you'll actually find that out for yourself. And also Iran, which is looking to back up this currency. So I do see Iran and Russia are developing a stablecoin backed up by gold. So there's a lot of countries that are in cahoots with wanting to create this new economic currency for these countries. And there's going to be a lot of other countries that are going to follow suit, and they're going to want to join BRICS, or they're going to want to join this economic change, and they're going to get away from the US dollar. So the reason why I'm making this video is I'm trying to give you guys some insight and then also not only that, help you guys prepare the best way possible for this opportunity. Now, again, this is not financial advice. This is a lifetime opportunity to really actually help your family right now. Like North U.S. Bank creates a stablecoin called the AUDN. So it's happening, folks. We are seeing that these banks are creating these stable coins, but they're not really stable coin. They're really centralized bank digital currencies, and they will have control of your funds. They will control everything. They can tell you what to purchase and what not to purchase. And if you don't believe me, we can actually look at China. So we're going to do China digital yuan has expired date. So the Chinese digital, excuse my typing, the Chinese digital yuan has an expiration date. This was actually, the article was released in December 13, 2022. You can look for it yourself. I looked at it and done research on this. I've written 3 cryptocurrency books recently that I'm working to get published. And in my first book that I wrote about, I talked about a lot about the change and what's happening. But there is going to be a lot of control with these central bank digital currencies, and they're going to control the way we use money. They can shut it off if you did something wrong, or like you didn't pay your taxes, especially with the IRS or something like that. They could just say, they could block you out from doing anything, making transactions or anything. So with that aspect, when you think about that, this the type of control that these central bank digital currencies have. The only option that you have in order to not have that happen to you is to learn about cryptocurrency. So that's the reason why I created this YouTube channel, is because I do see potentially a lot of people don't understand the space. A lot of people don't know how to trade. A lot of people don't know what specific cryptos to look at. Or if for those who want to get into the NFT space and this, be able to soak that in, a lot of people don't know the right projects to look into. So that's the reason why I created this channel, is to give some insight, give some news, and just to share with you guys what's happening and just keep you up to date and to prepare you. And this is also helping me prepare myself, because it's allowing me to do more research, prepare myself and my family so they can weather the storm. And this storm is coming, whether you like it or not. You can either prepare for it, or you can suffer the consequences for not preparing. And I want to prepare as much as possible. So how can you prepare? One, look into diversifying your assets, okay? That can be cryptocurrency. You can diversify into different specific cryptos. I'm not going to tell you which ones to specifically look into right now, but do your own research, into ones that you like. Go to certain websites. You can go to Coin Paprika. You can go to CoinGecko.com, CoinCheckup. Those are just a couple sites that you go to that you can actually start looking into doing the research into the projects. Make sure that these projects have a utility case. Make sure that these projects have, value. The next thing I would do was I would look into buying some gold and some silver, because obviously if these countries are looking to back up their digital currency with gold, it's a no-brainer that the gold's price and value is going to be even more, especially if they attach it to a digital currency. So for those who are not into precious metals, not financial advice, but I advise you to start maybe looking into getting into that. I'm actually decided to purchase way more gold now, also because of the aspect of that potentially, a lot of these countries are going to have digitally backed stable coins with gold, and a lot of central bank digital currencies are going to be like that. So gold's value is going to be higher than it is right now. And then silver also, its value is probably going to be high too. So I'm definitely, looking to purchase that stuff. Some other things that you can look into: asset wealth. Remember, no liabilities. Don't go buy new cars or anything like that. Look into other things like real estate, and look into real estate that's going to actually give you a return on interest, like real estate that you can actually buy and actually make money from, not just buying a house and then not making no money from it. That's a liability. And right now is not the time to be taking liabilities. Now is the time to prepare yourself and your family. Digital dollar projects, warrants, U.S. cautions approach to the CBDC. So we are seeing, that we are moving towards this. We are seeing this, the global standards of the central bank digital currencies. We can also see that they actually have a white paper now, updated a white paper in DT nonprofit. So I mean, in the next year or two, America is looking to have a central bank digital currency, and they're going to want to try to keep control as much as possible. But the issue, the issue at hand is there's a ton of different countries already that are joined together with Russia, Brazil, and you can see Brazil's already got their proof of concept. Russia already got their proof of concept. Turkey has got their proof of concept. Isn't it coincidence that they already have their proof of concept and they're also under BRICS? It's a no brainer, folks. You know, there obviously there's something going on with that, and those who are knowledgeable and do their research, they would find out for themselves what's really going on with that. But they're coming for the U.S. dollar, and the U.S. dollar potentially has a lot of pressure over it. So, in this video, I hope this educates what's going on with the economy and what's happening for those that not understand why everything's happening the way it's happening. It's happening because a lot of countries now are not looking to use the dollar. A lot of these countries don't even use the dollar anymore. A lot of these countries have disbanded the dollar. I mean, Saudi Arabia doesn't even want the U.S. dollar to purchase oil. They want to use the Chinese yuan or the digital yuan to purchase oil. And they also want to use Russia, the digital ruble, to purchase oil. Or they want gold, or they want Bitcoin, if you want to look at that. They're looking at purchasing oil through gold or cryptocurrency, not even the U.S. dollar anymore. So what does that mean for the U.S.? If these countries are not using the U.S. dollar, all those dollars get flooded back to the United States. And what happens when other parts of the world are not using our money? Well, then that causes inflation for our country, and prices go up, everything increases, and the dollar implodes. And that's what we're moving towards. We are moving towards the end of the US dollar being the reserve currency of the world. And it won't be in the next 4 to 5 years. Not financial advice, but it won't be. We are moving towards a world where either China or Russia potentially will have, the reserves of the number one currency in the world, and they will have control. So I advise you guys to prepare yourself, learn about cryptocurrency, learn about what these central bank digital currencies are, the pros and the cons. There's more cons than pros. Honestly, there's more cons. Me personally, not financial advice, I would not want to get a central bank digital currency because I wouldn't want the government to control what I can spend my money on and when they want to shut my money off. That's just crazy. So if you want to learn how to be able to have financial freedom, you need to learn about cryptocurrency. You need to learn about decentralized currencies. Some information to look at proof of work projects, not proof of stake, because proof of stake are more likely to get manipulated or to get shut down. Bitcoin is a proof of work. Ethereum was a proof of work, but now it's a proof of stake. BCH is a proof of work. Litecoin is a proof of work. And there's other tons of different ones that you can look at. Monero, which is a privacy coin. So those are just a few names of different cryptocurrencies that you can look at. I'm not going to give you a whole bunch right now. Make sure that you do your own research and figure out which ones work in particular that, will not be manipulated, that can't get shut down, because majority of these cryptocurrencies that we do see in the marketplace right now, we have over so many. Potentially a lot of these will not be here pretty soon. They're going to get shut down. They might go bankrupt. So the ones that are going to stand out the most are the ones that have utility cases, the ones that are proof of work projects. Unless they shut down mining, then that might cause an issue too. So I encourage you guys to stay focused, and I'll see you guys soon.